look, instead of quiet quitting, quit.
Yeah.
Quit. If you're not going to find what your life is looking for, where you're at, basically, I think quiet quitting is lazy in a lot of ways.
It's intellectually dishonest too.
It's intellectually dishonest. But what I think it is that if you're not happy with your surroundings, your current environment, change your environment.
Well, it goes back to a common theme in a lot of our podcasts, and that's extreme ownership.
Mm-hmm.
You've got to own your career. And like you said, if you're not happy with your career, if you find yourself kicking back and relaxing, not doing the extra, not going the extra yard, then there's a problem. You got to figure out what that problem is.
Right.
And then I think it's up to you to have the courage to go to your boss and try and work it out. Just don't quit, or just don't quietly quit.
Mm-hmm.
Address the problem, own it.
Right.
And then it may be that this is not the right place for you to be working. In that case, move on. Good friend of mine, Pete Gold, retired Green Beret, one of my best friends. He told me once, he says, when I work on contract, if I find myself not giving 120%, if I find myself not totally into this, if I find myself not actively coaching, mentoring, and instructing other Green Berets, I'm not going to steal their money. I'm going to go to the guy, the program manager, and say, you know what? I'm not going to be on this rotation anymore, because it would be dishonest for me to take your money, not giving 100%. And that's the attitude I think more people have, because Pete Gold owned it.
Yep. No, I think it's, look, but changing your station in life, changing your environment is scary.
Yeah.
It's, once again, it comes down to what we talked about earlier. It's a little bit of courage, the courage to have a hard conversation with your boss. But it's also the courage to go, you know what, this ain't working for me. And I do it. Yeah, I had a conversation on Friday with a young professional, and I like him. I like him a lot. And he's 27 years old, and he's now a principal engineer at a very well-known aerospace company. And he's talking to me. He goes, "Look, I know this isn't the place for me for the long haul." Like, okay, you've got some very unique skills. And this is where it comes down to. People need to understand what their options are. I'm like, you have some very unique skills. You got a LinkedIn subscription? Yeah. Why don't you sit there and take this weekend and think about all the companies out there that need your unique skills? He is a focused expert in a certain system. Yeah. I'm like, why don't you go find the CEOs of those companies? He goes, well, should I just reach out to HR? I'm like, no. Why don't you just reach out to the CEO? I'm like, yeah, just reach out. Hey, Mr. Smith, I am a focused expert in this. I want something different in my life. If there's an opportunity, a growth opportunity for me on your team, here's what I bring to the table. And you hit email, you hit send.
Yeah.
Send out 10 of those messages, you'll get 4 responses back.
Yeah, exactly.
It's courage. It's not HR. It's not reaching out to HR. It's reaching out to the people that can make a difference in your life.